Only weeks ago, the malevolent Sarevok brought the city of Baldur's Gate to the edge of destruction. You, like him, are a child of Baal, the dead god of murder. Baal foresaw his own death and sired mortal children in an effort to bring about his return. Sarevok intended to become the new lord of murder. You put an end to Sarevok's plans and slew your half-brother. With his passing, you became known as the hero of Baldur's Gate. Now, a new threat casts a shadow over the city. A massive army on a holy crusade has thrown the Sword Coast into turmoil. Little is known of the crusade's leader, the charismatic warrior Kalar Argent. Those who follow her revere her as the Shining Lady, but her background and goals are shrouded in mystery. Some say she is divine, a hero sent by the gods to crush evil no matter the cost. Others whisper that she is another spawn of Baal, intent on following the same path as Sarevok. One thing above all else is clear. If the Sword Coast is to find any measure of peace, Kalar Argent must be stopped.
If there's one thing that I'm known for, folks, it's jumping onto bandwagons, so let us do that and give everyone what they want with Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragonspear, the final chapter of the Bhaalspawn saga that I have yet to play in any capacity. Hey folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome to Let's Play Baldur's Gate The Siege of Dragonspear, though technically it's welcome back, as this is the second expansion to Baldur's Gate 1. Released in 2016 for the PC and on home consoles in 2019, it was developed and published by Beamdog and published by Skybound Games for consoles, and is the continuation that fills the gap between Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2. What happened that led the party on that road, where they then got captured by Irenicus? The answer is this game. This game was both well received for continuing the Baldur's Gate story and giving people more of Baldur's Gate, but also received criticism for aspects of its writing. I have never played it, so I don't know what it's going to be like, and I'm going to go in with an open mind and see if I can enjoy it. And of course, as we're playing part of the Baldur's Gate saga, it's only fitting to bring back the hero, or should I say villain, of the story. So let us play single player. I like the music, by the way, very dramatic. Let us select new game, because we could import a game, but I think I can recreate Terry Coleman quite accurately. Yeah, we won't have all the amazing buffs to our stats and all of the awesome weapons, but we'll play the game at a power level that it's intended to be played at, because I was quite powerful at the end of Baldur's Gate 1. So, new game. Now, if I remember Terry, they were male. And if I'm thinking about portraits, these are all the basic ones from Baldur's Gate 1. That one is a new one that was added in Baldur's Gate 2. And I'll note that they have the original portrait for Edwin. Here are loads of characters that you can have in Baldur's Gate 1. That is one of the ones from the Enhanced Edition of Baldur's Gate 1. Another one. And that one's from the Pit, a character we never met, Baloth. And then we have some new portraits for new characters, and then we have the Baldur's Gate 2 portraits for characters that we've already seen there. And then we have all new portraits. And I will recognize Terry, no doubt. I mean, I was playing as them for multiple games. I'm sure I'll recognize them. There they are. That's Terry Coleman. There they are. It's been so long. But now it is time to continue and finish the saga. As for race, we all know that Terry was a half-elf. Half-elves are a mix of human and elven blood. They are handsome folk, with good features from each of their parent races. A half-elf has the curiosity, inventiveness and ambition of their human ancestors, and the refined senses, love of nature, and artistic tastes of their elven ancestors. Half-elves gain the following traits: 30% resistance to charm and sleep magics, improvision, and plus 10% to pickpocket and 5% hide shadows. Humans, the main benefit you get is that you have the ability to dual class. We're not going to be dual classing, we're not going to be multi-classing, because, as we all know, Terry was one class through the entire game. So, half-elf. Now, class. Absolutely loved playing this class throughout the basic Baldur's Gate, and through Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2, and that, of course, was Druid. The Druid serves the cause of nature and neutrality. The wilderness is his community, and he uses his special powers to protect it and preserve balance in the world. So he can only wear non-metallic armor, can only equip bucklers and non-metallic shields, can only use a small amount of weapons, can only be proficient in any one fighting style or slot, so it won't be very good at fighting up close. We cast druidic spells though, and we can shapeshift into a wolf, black bear, or brown bear once a day. I mean, we did that all the time in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Combat started, immediately transformed into a bear. It's the thing I remember most about Terry. Becoming immune to poison later, gain resistances to cold, fire, electricity, and acid. Not likely that we're going to get to those ones. The main thing, though, is that our alignment must be true neutral. Terry was always one for neutrality, always strove to maintain the balance. Never once veered into being horrendously evil. No, never. Also, wisdom and charisma, primary stats. But we're not just going to be a druid, because, as we all know, Terry specialized as an Avenger. A member of a special sect within the Druidic Order, a druid of this type is dedicated to fighting those who would defile nature. Avengers have powers the average druid does not, additional abilities that have been earned through extensive rituals, a process that is very physically draining. Now the downsides of this is that we can only wear leather armor, and we incur a -2 penalty to strength and con. That's pretty bad. But the advantages: we can also shapeshift at 7th level into the form of a sword spider, a baby wyvern, and a fire salamander in addition to our normal shapeshifting abilities. That's pretty awesome. At 19th level, we gain the additional use of shapeshift. Yeah, this level is only attained in Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition. Yeah, you're not going to be getting that. We gain 6 arcane spells added to our repertoire, all the way up to 6th level. First level spell, Chromatic Orb. Really good, considering that druids gain levels faster than wizards, so on average at the beginning, Chromatic Orb will be stronger for a druid than a wizard. Second level, you gain Web. Surprising really that that's not on the druid spell list anyway, considering that it's web, and webs are natural, but can be useful for crowd control. Third level, Lightning Bolts. Horrendously unpredictable, but it's a decent spell if used in the right circumstances. Improved invisibility at 4th level. Now that is an odd one, but I could see that being useful. You cast improved invisibility at the beginning of combat, and then you basically become very difficult to hit or target. 5th level, Chaos. That's going to be really good against certain spellcasters and really tough targets. And 6th level, Chain Lightning. That's an awesome spell. So, we're going to be an Avenger. Alignment, pretty much determined for us because we're a druid. True neutral. True neutral characters believe in the ultimate balance of forces, and they refuse to see actions as good or evil. Since the majority of people in the world make judgments, true neutral characters are extremely rare. True neutrals do their best to avoid siding with the forces of either good or evil, law or chaos. It is their duty to see that all these forces remain in balanced contention. True neutral characters sometimes find themselves forced into rather peculiar alliances. To a great extent, they are compelled to side with the underdog in any given situation, sometimes even changing sides as the previous loser becomes the winner. A true neutral druid might join the local barony to put down a tribe of evil gnolls, only to drop out and switch sides when the gnolls are brought to the brink of destruction. He would seek to prevent either side from becoming too powerful. Clearly, there are very few true neutral characters in the world. 3rd edition made the description of true neutral characters a little bit better, because while they were people that tried to maintain neutrality, they would tend to side a little more with good rather than evil, because ultimately siding with evils tends to be very destructive to nature. But we will try our best to maintain a neutral path, despite the fact that the game is literally going, hey, stop this person from setting a crusade to destroy us. We'll try our best. Abilities. Ah, here we go. We get to re-roll, and you can see the total roll there. 82. We're going to store an 82. Wonder how high we can go. Because we are not a fighter, we don't have to worry about numbers for our strength. And this can only be at a maximum of 16. So, let's keep rolling. 82 was pretty good. So we're just going to be looking at the total number. We need to make sure we have high wisdom and high charisma. And high of everything else would be quite nice. Average intelligence would suit us. And we do want some good dexterity. Strength is not going to be so important. That's an 82. We have an 82. 83 is a higher number. I bet you all missed this, folks. The rolling of stats. So if we can get an 84, that would be awesome. And I'm not clicking too fast because I don't want to miss an 84. I don't even know if you can get 84, but 83 is pretty good. It's an 82, 81, 82, 84, there we go, there's an 84. We are going to store that. Can you get an 85? I don't know. I genuinely do not know. 84 is very high. I like that they have this total here. I like it. Oh! That's an 89! Oh, that is amazing! Look at that! That is gloriously high! Now there's only one question. Can you get 90? Let's find out. Double and triple check that store. Okay, let's keep rolling. Is it possible to get a 90? I don't know, but 89 is truly fantastic. We will definitely be distributing those into wisdom and charisma and all manner of other things. Now when I think about it, why do you want charisma as a druid? I don't know, maybe we're just very charismatic. I do remember Terry being exceptionally charismatic. Everyone did listen to him, after all. So, let's keep rolling. I don't think we're going to be getting higher than 89, though. I think 89 is going to be the limit of our rolling. Yeah, we're getting like 81s, 83s, the occasional 84. 89 seems like the upper limit, but I'll keep going for a little while longer. And I should not click too fast just in case I go past an 89. This is what someone tells me, the highest you can get is 97, and I'm like, whoa. That would be ridiculous. So... I don't think we're going to get higher. Let's recall. So here's an 89. So, Charisma measures a character's persuasiveness, personal magnetism, and ability to lead. This ability is important to druids, bards, and paladins. Well, let us reduce our intelligence down to 10. Note, by the way, a character with intelligence of 8 or less is illiterate and cannot use scrolls or most ones regardless of their class. Yeah, we're not going to have that happen. So, we want 18 and 18. Okay, strength is not going to be that important for us. We're not going to be relying on our brute strength. What we will do is we will have 18 dexterity, 15 con, 10 strength, 10 strength, 18 dex, 15 con, 10 intelligence, and 18 in wisdom and charisma. Ah, Terry's once again taking shape. I like those stats. I wish I had one more point so I could have 16 con and have max con, but we're not going to be using strength that much. Con, however, always useful. Skills. Right, we have 4 proficiency slots. We can only ever get 1 point. So I think we're going to pick two-handed weapon style. Allows the character to use a two-handed melee weapon. So proficient, we get a +1 bonus to damage. -2 to speed factor. Welcome back, speed factor. How I have missed you. I haven't really missed speed factor. I've been running a 3.5 game and playing 5th edition a little bit, and speed factor not a thing. Also, critical hits on 19 and 20. That's familiar, but not for the weapon I'm probably going to be using, which is a quarterstaff. A simple weapon, but in the hands of a skilled warrior, whether mage or paladin, the quarterstaff can lay flat any foe. No penalties, excellent. We don't have many choices for ranged weapon, but as we all know, Terry was a master of the sling. Although this thing is commonly thought of as a toy weapon, its lethality should not be underestimated. A strong bullet thrown from a sling by an experienced user can tear a hole through a man's skull. Very true. Now we could have proficiency with scimitars, and considering we are half-elven, it makes sense. We'll pick scimitars. This weapon class allows the character to use various swords, including the scimitar, wakizashi, and ninjutsu. And the only one of those we get is the scimitar. So, scimitars, quarterstaffs, slings, two-handed weapon style. Eventually we'll get single weapon style as something we can do. So, done. What spells do we have right now? It's not giving us the option of the Avenger spells, I will note. But we'll just have, you know, a cure, a couple of cures. We'll have a bless, armor of faith. I think entangle might be useful, and maybe an armor of faith. So next, let's see. Yeah, these will just be generic ones. I'm pretty sure that they'll give us access to the other spells when we actually start the game. So, what do I want? Charm Person or Mammal might be good. Bark Skin's going to be really good. Good berries are... resist fire and cold, however. Slow poison is a spell we probably want. Let's get a Charm Person. We want some offensive spells. We don't want Flame Blade, though. Okay, here we go. So, Call Lightning. Must be cast outside. If memory serves from my test recordings, we don't start the game outside. So, let's not have that right now. But summon insects. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Some cure medium wounds. And maybe a miscast magic as well. Then again, invisibility purge might also be used. Let's go for invisibility purge. 4th level spells. Here we go, we're starting to get some tough ones here. Neutralize poison. Very useful. Cure serious wounds. Very useful. We could have Call Woodland Beings or Animal Summoning 1, but realistically, either Death Ward or Defensive Harmony. Probably Death Ward or Cloak of Fear. I think we'll pick Death Ward. So that's done. We only have up to 4th level spells now. Appearance? I mean, we want to have our clothing, as I recall, definitely a sort of purpley blue. There we go. Now, purpley blue and gold trim. Okay. Just as I remember. Get that gold trim in. And as for hair, yeah, that seems good. And yep, I believe that is Terry Coleman there. As for our voice, default is...
Onward!
Yeah, I remember that one.
I feel this is my rightful place.
could be this one? I don't remember which one it was.
I will require rest soon.
There's impatient?
Death to you all!
Not you.
Your life ends here.
Could be that one, though.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
No, not you.
You got this coming!
That's a new one.
If nobody else is gonna step up, why not?
What about this one?
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Oh, yes, that's Terry. I remember now.
Well, of course. I grow torpid and require slumber.
Oh, yes, that was absolutely Terry Coleman. Now, lastly, the name. Pretty straightforward. Terry Coleman. Excellent. And there we go! Recreated perfectly from memory, Terry Coleman, the half-elf druid avenger. Perfect. Also, I like the fact that now we get all the extra spells, but we're good. Let us accept. You can also just create party, which I like, and go, I don't want any of the characters that are added into the game or the ones from the first game, but no. We'll just have Terry. So let's go. Now, last thing, what difficulty do we want? And I do believe I played the other ones at core rules. The setting is aimed at veteran players who are well versed in AD&D mechanics. Enemies deal full damage and employ advanced combat tactics. Slightly stronger enemy types appear, and the enemy groups are more varied. Normal means that they deal less damage, they don't use their most powerful spells, party members cannot permanently die, hit point rolls are maximized, and spells can be copied without failure. We're going to play on core rules. Let us venture forth!
Sarevok's dead. Everything's a mess. We should have gotten out of the city days ago.
No chance of that now. But koal-mann knows what she's doing and... Hey, did you hear that?
We'd better tell the boss. Come on.
That woman sounded familiar. Wonder what game she's in.
Ugh. Smells like moldy bones down here.
James, secure hero.
Well,
See when
here
ready.
we are in a creepy old tomb again. The last of Sarevok's followers are down here, according to the Flaming Fist. All you gotta do is find their leader and bring her to justice.
Certainly will try, Emmeline. It's great to see you. My loyal and steadfast companion that was with me until the end. Ah, I remember that well. What do we know of our prey?
They're mostly mercenaries, led by a wizard named Korlaz. This is her family's tomb. She aided Sarevok, and the Grand Dukes want her dead or alive. We'd better be careful.
We? Will you be joining me?
I really want to. I wouldn't be much help, though. Ever since I asked Duke Janath to teach me how to sling spells, she's had me cooped up in the stuffy old library, studying boring books about the weave. She only let me come down here after I promised to bring her any arcane scrolls or tomes I could find.
And this explains how Emmeline has been learning the ways of magic. Well, I'm ready to get started.
I'll follow behind you with these flaming fists. If you need help with anything, just ask and I'll do what I can.
Sure thing.
There's a healer here too. Talk to her if you need any bandaging. She also knows all about fighting undead.
This is good because it allows someone who's never played any of the other games to get hints about how to proceed.
Timora shine on you. Not that you'll need it.
That is true. I did defeat my half-brother most excellently. And so, when we come back, folks, we've got to make sure you don't do that anymore. Yeah, let's make sure you don't do that. Also, I note that because I'm playing with a druid,
Yeah?
my party is different. So, let us customize your AI script. Turn it off. Yeah. Turn that off. Turn your script off. I don't want you to use your script. We have Safana here. That's going to be interesting. Oh, this is a very different party. This is a very different party to what it was when I did my test recordings. And so,
How may I
Can
be
I
of
help you?
assistance?
I'll catch you next time, folks, for when we return, dealing with this person that served Sarevok. Also, this scrolling is a bit slow. Might want to change the scroll speed. Can I change the scroll speed here? Mouse scroll speed. Yeah, let's make that a little bit better. That's better. Marvelous. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then for the start of the final unseen chapter of Terry Coleman's grand adventure. Are you ready, Terry?
What is it this time?
That you are. Later.